Welcome back to another special episode of Inside the Mind of a Storm Chaser. I'm, again, back with Mr. Eli Hill, my editor.
Hello, more like inside Eli's car.
Yeah, we're doing a little driver, like drive me home type episode. We're just, it's almost like the taxi driver little questionnaire thingy.
Carpool karaoke,
Yeah.
except we're not as bad as James Corden.
Yeah. So.
And don't worry about my car beeping. It's mean. So this is kind of a continuation of the last episode,
Yeah.
and we had talked about me and Jai kind of talking about our friendship
Yeah.
and kind of just reminiscing on old. Is that your phone?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh,
She congratulated me on the episo's success.
cool.
So.
I thought the car behind us was honking, so I was
no,
like,
no.
"Oh my god!"
No, my mom has my mom has triumphant sounds as her notification thing because she's a queen in my books, of course.
So, I guess we can get into it. Last time we mentioned like 3 times at this point that we technically met
Mm-hmm.
in like 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
You went to Bryant Middle, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometime in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
which let me be honest with you,
You don't remember, but I do for sure, because the reason why I know we met in 8th grade was because of the Smash Bros, like little things we would have outside of lunch. We would play Smash Bros, and he was there, and because Evan Smith would bring his 3DS and stuff.
Okay, I was about to say
stuff.
Switches weren't
Yeah.
out at that time.
His he had a couple 3DSs, and we all took turns, and Eli was just a god at Smash at that point.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
At that point, you
Smash-
were.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Well, Smash 4 was the only game the only Smash Brothers game I had. Well, I had Brawl.
You had
but-
Brawl, but that was, of course, on the Wii.
Bro, I was hyped for Smash 4, and when
Yeah.
I got it, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, because Charizard was his own character.
Exactly. When I saw that trailer, let's just say I was a little hot and bothered. Because he's a fire Pokemon. Hey!
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, but then it cooled you down because Greninja showed his face. And
You want me to be honest with you? The only recollection I have of you back then
Mhm.
is me not really liking you.
Oh, boy.
Which, granted, middle school, I didn't really care about a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, in 8th grade, I was the only person I was spending my time with was a girl I had a crush on. So, let's just... I was kind of busy a lot in 8th grade.
You were also in football.
Yeah, I was in football.
So,
Foosball.
and you were pretty darn good. I went
Yeah.
to a couple games.
Back
so,
then,
Yeah.
the coaches love me.
Oh, Hill, get on that line. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
There.
yeah, Eli was he was
But
a
also,
doll
football
back
was
then.
easier back then.
Yeah. As you get older, of course, I know you started to fatigue, and then you lost the interest in the sport because of just...
Well, in 9th grade, I had injured myself.
Okay.
Because I was originally starting offensive lineman,
Yeah.
and then I hurt myself, and then, I wasn't starting offensive lineman. So,
You bench ridden.
at that point, I was like, man, I'm just kind of tired of this. And at
Yeah.
that point, I was also, I had just gotten into theater.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
So I was
know
in
that.
I was in
Conflicted.
drama class.
Yeah.
And our drama teacher was like, "Hey, we're doing the school musical. If you guys want to come join."
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and then that technically led to me meeting you again
Mm-hmm.
when we met our senior year
Yeah.
in stage management.
I was a little bit more humble and tame then.
Oh,
of
I
course.
was, dude. You don't know how much I mellowed out.
Yeah.
9th grade was like just anger Eli.
Yeah.
Like, I would get so mad at people, and I wish I could go back and just be like,
I'm so
chill.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a freaking apology. There's this one person, this girl in 9th grade, who was a really good friend of mine, and we would talk constantly in our French class, and we were really good friends. And just for some reason, I would just get mad, like not specifically at her. I would just get mad at things, and inadvertently I would take it out. I wouldn't. No physical altercation occurred,
of course.
but I would just get frustrated. And I wish I could just go back and be like, "Yo, I'm sorry that I was," or just go back and not be so angry all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
But at 12th grade, I was like, I had mellowed out so hard.
Yeah.
So, and then I met you, and we had a mutual acquaintance that introduced us. Which they had mentioned you, and a couple other people had mentioned you before the year had started, like at the end of 11th grade. They were like, "Oh yeah," and then Jai is gonna audition. I was like, "Who the hell is Jai?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Who's this
guy
man?
everyone's talking about?" And then you came in, and I was quiet.
Yeah.
I'm normally quiet at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And then we got to know each other.
I think our first conversation was, it was something a little, no, because I remember you having to come grab me because nobody else was like willing to at that point. I didn't have a car.
Was I driving you around in the first semester?
You were?
Or that early in the first semester? I remember driving you to like the cast party.
Well, you had
stuff.
I think it was, no, I got dropped off at first, and then slowly but surely, because you had your truck.
Yeah, I was the ride guy. Yeah. I gave everyone rides.
Yeah. And slowly but surely, Jai got passenger princess treatment.
That's what he is right now. I'm the one driving. He's the one that's freaking riding.
That's how it is when I storm chase also. So, I mean...
He's a passenger princess through and through. And then... It was, I think we also grew together because stage management is a small class. I think we mentioned this in our 1.5 episode. It is a small class. There were
6 guys.
There were 6 guys, but there were like, what, 14 of us total?
14 of us total because of stagecraft.
No, not even
that.
Stagecraft was a separate class.
Yeah.
Stagecraft was bigger than stage management.
Oh, yeah.
Because there were a lot of 10th graders in stagecraft because they just kind of got lumped in, I think. But yeah, there were 6 guys in stage management, so we all kind of naturally just flocked together.
Yeah. And then of course the girls, they
flocked together.
They had their cliques. So.
Yeah. Which which is funny. Jai, everyone loves Jai.
Ish.
Everyone at one point loved Jai.
Yeah.
So you were friends with pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
At one point. Yeah. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, I hang out with the same 3 people every day.
Yeah.
I feel like in that class, I was the one who everyone got along with. No one had beef with me.
Yeah.
Everyone had beef with each other except for me.
You.
But granted, I wasn't like
you didn't do anything. Yeah,
too deep of friends with everybody.
Yeah, you weren't. You took nobody's side at that point, so it was like
I was
just a mediator.
I was more the mediator, middleman kind of guy.
So I think that's literally why everybody just had no qualms against you.
Yeah,
which
I feel like no one had qualms with me, but people were wary of me because I would hang out with you, and Angel, and some of our other friends, and some people didn't like you guys, but no one really hated me.
Yeah.
And then we were in 12 Angry Juror. Wait, no. We were in the one acts.
One acts first.
I forgot about the one acts. So at the beginning of the year of stage management, we did some one acts, which were student directed. We held 3. Me and you were in Fire Exit. Were you in Viral?
I was not in Viral. They wanted me in Viral, but you know who begged for me, and Mia and Shelby. They were like, okay, you can have him. So,
but yeah, we were. I guess I was the main character. You were a main side character.
I was a main side character.
I would say those 4 characters were main characters.
Well, okay.
Rudy, your character.
Yeah, because I was like the jockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The the smart girl,
Uh-huh.
and then the one that my love interest?
I think so.
Question mark. Those were like the
Ish.
4 because of that one scene.
Yeah.
But we also got along because of that. Because funny thing, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. We did them each like we performed for parents, and for each we went through all of them. So we started with our one, then there was Viral, which was the next one, and the last one, me and you sat in the locker room or in the green room together. So me and him were hanging out while they were doing the final performance.
Yeah.
So I think that's also one of the times
that we
were able to bond.
Yeah. Because it was that, and then I mean, eventually after that, one of our key memories together was when I was nervous. Like we said in the
last
episode, we were just
okay. Sorry about that honking, people. Got someone who won't go on the green light.
Eli's a bit of a road rager.
Hey, no. They were not going on a green light. I had to honk, okay?
I'm glad there's no deer on this road this time. But, yeah. So, last episode, we talked about how I was nervous for 12 Angry Jurors because that had been my real first full acts and all.
Full performance, full audience. We were in the main auditorium, so
and
it was just...
For choir, it's different because, I mean, you're singing, you go up there, blah, 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 and everything like that. And I've been in choir for about 3 years now. So when I first did when I did that for the first time, because granted, I didn't do theater at all. I hadn't even thought about acting or anything like that, so I didn't want to mess up. And I think I had a bit of a confidence breakdown, and I kind of had to walk off and breathe for a second because I was hyperventilating from how nervous I was. And Eli, the strapping young man he came over and gave me a little pep talk, and just helped me pull my bootstraps up. And I went and I did.
I built him back up like a Lego character in a video game. I was like,
so, and I after that, I think the rest was history. Like he sealed my respect from there, because.
And we went to the cast party after that.
That was great. I love the cast party.
Yeah,
I miss those guys.
Let's see what else. Auditions for Shrek. You you didn't audition for Shrek.
I didn't.
You were crew.
I was crew at first, but then I got roped in and
for
had to be...
our senior musical, our musical for that school year was Shrek the Musical.
Mm-hmm.
There were auditions in December. I wanted to be Shrek, and I didn't get it because I was gypped out of it.
Yeah,
we won't go into that.
Multiple people told me if I was Donkey.
Yeah, everyone wanted you to audition for Donkey.
So great. I was told so many times.
Now imagine if I was Shrek and you were Donkey.
Oh, dude. Great.
Oh, dead.
Bro.
Lock dead.
But I don't think, no, because I would have been forced to have been Trey Bolton regardless, because I was the only...
I was forced to be Chad.
Yeah, so...
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, when I say... Okay, so the best friend bond relationship, from what I was told, is the reason why we got chosen, or the reason why I got chosen to be Troy and you got chosen to be Chad. Because, I mean, we already had that bond, and I mean, we don't have to act.
This was for our traveling show.
Yeah.
We did High School Musical, where the elementary school kids in our school district would come and, hang out and watch us perform High School Musical.
They loved me so much.
They loved everybody, dude. They were crazy.
Chad! Oh my God! I want to sign my shirt! Troy!
But yeah, if y'all don't know, there's an original character in the High School Musical, on stage version called Jack Scott, who was like the school announcer.
Mm-hmm.
And in high school, I hosted the school podcast, which is funny because we're doing this
now.
I did the school podcast. I was the host. I ran it basically. So everyone was like, "Oh, you should be Jack Scott. He's basically what you do now." And I was like, "That'd be cool. I could do my podcast voice on stage and everything." Yeah. Someone's got to have a podcast voice.
Oh yeah.
And so I wanted to be Jack Scott, and then I find out that I was cast as Chad, which at first I didn't remember who Chad was. I hadn't seen,
I had to remind you.
I had not seen High School Musical in like,
what?
I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I know there's Troy Bolton. I know his best friend is a black guy with an afro. I know there's Sharpay.
We'll get to that here in a minute because what? They casted it's so backwards.
So I got Chad and I was like, who the hell is Chad?
Uh-huh.
I mean, the name is funny, but and so I remember I find out that he's like he's Troy Bolton's best friend. I was like, all right, who's Troy? Jai is Troy. And so I don't know if you folks know this. Jai is not white.
I'm not.
So basically our director just race swapped Chad and Troy. So I was Chad and he was Troy.
It was, I think the reason why was because, again, it's a male lead, and I had experience in choir, so of course. But then again, it's like,
I find it so dumb that I know you have experience
exactly
singing, and people have experience in choir singing, but
that's a missed opportunity.
But like, my God, you don't have to like cast all of the choir kids as the leads.
Exactly.
I've been doing theater since 9th grade.
Yeah.
I can sing some.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're worried about someone who can't do their part, then I get it.
Then recast them.
Just recast, but like at least ask the choir kids to help with leads. So like, I don't know, but I think people who.
But I will say, because we were I was the main character's best friend.
Yeah.
Us two, we bonded a lot more in rehearsals because we're basically in every scene together.
Oh yeah.
All of my scenes are pretty much all of his scenes, except for a few different circumstances. And we have stories to tell about a High School Musical rehearsal.
God, I don't want to get into that right now. we'll save that for.
That's if we're drunk and we want to record something.
That's like a full deep dive, like breakdown and everything.
Different
like
podcast.
Yeah,
different podcast.
Yeah. 18 plus only. But yeah, our dynamic had already matched the role very well, so we were able to take it and run with it, and we had a ton of fun.
Yeah, and then after high school, we stayed friends, and I cast this man in a short film.
I was indeed.
I made a short film, and he was the only character. So we got to be on a set, like I say movie in quotation marks.
Yeah, it was like
a film set. Because I went to college for digital media, and one of the classes is film, and so in that class we had some different groups, and we got to make a short film. So my pitch got chosen, and so we did mine. It's never ending on YouTube if you want to look for it.
It's a really good film.
It's really cool. I have problems with it as one of the creators.
We worked with what we had, and it came out.
It was. There was. Let me just say this: there's no budget. It's a student short film. There's no budget,
so there's gonna be.
We recorded at my college.
Yeah,
and like 3 of the classrooms, a stairwell, the hallway. We had to cover up all the school stuff. I had to go to Goodwill and buy a bunch of like miscellaneous like computer parts, keyboards, and all that stuff to make it look like a lab.
Yeah.
It was cool to a certain extent. I wish I had some different people in different parts, but when actually shooting it was really fun. We broke 3 tables?
Yeah, we did.
Because there's a scene where he flips a table over, and it just...
I just kept breaking tables because I got...
Well, there was one, I think the take we used, you had like such a huge adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Because I was the director / cameraman, and I looked at Jai and I was like, Jai, look at me. You just found out what is happening to you, that you're in a never-ending time loop. You are frustrated. You are desperate. You are intense.
Pretty much pissed.
You are pissed off. Now flip this table like you are the most angriest person in the world. And so he flipped it, and then he had to like take like 10 minutes to calm down.
I think because I had some pent up anger at some stuff. I won't get into it, but I took it out on the table, and I'm pretty sure it still had after effects because again I broke 2 other tables after that.
No, that was like the third one. Was that the last one?
No, that was like because
it wasn't the first one.
The shoot that it was the second one because it had the least amount of consistencies in it because I like tossed it and it flung on the third one. So we had to like do it over and over and over. But then when I broke it,
that was the wide shot.
Yeah,
because we shot it like a couple different times.
Yeah,
and each time we used a different table because they kept breaking. But the first shot was like
I'm scared that PTC is gonna find you.
It's okay. Listen, no, just don't tell what college it was.
Philander.
Ned Flanders University.
Philander Trith College. I don't know.
Sure, bud. Sure.
Yes, sir.
But the shot was like it was supposed to be a oneer.
Yeah.
So I was following Jai around through the things, and then he flips the table and he flips it at me, so I had to like back up.
Yeah. He told me to throw it, but he was in my line of sight.
But what's funny is he's supposed to pick it back up directly after.
And I forgot.
And no. You're supposed to pick it back up and place it back down.
Mm-hmm.
When you picked it up, it just shattered. It just fell apart.
I think at that point,
when you tried to grab it by the legs, it just fell apart. I think I have the raw footage somewhere. I gotta find it. It's so funny.
Oh my god,
so funny. It just felt like bringing back the Lego brick thing. It just fell apart like a Lego in one of the Lego games. It was so funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Scar, shut up. But
yeah,
we've been pretty much best friends since.
Oh yeah, and
so he came to me about this weather podcast thingy-majig.
Shut up. You were excited and so stoked to do it.
I love audio editing, so this was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And so, now we're doing this. And I wanted to do this because I'm, I guess, a regular at this point.
You are?
So if you get to know kind of our dynamic.
Just a teeny bit.
Just a teensy bit.
Because I love this guy. And
we love each other, but not like that. Sorry, people who ship other people.
G-Li?
What?
I don't know.
What did it be? J-Li?
Jai-Li?
Jai-Li? It's so hard to do that, though, because both of our names are 3 letters.
3 letters.
So,
Jalili? I don't know. But, yeah.
EI.
They're just...
I mean,
it would just be Jai.
We could combine our last names.
Oh, Lord.
Hillins. Or Collils.
I don't know, but I'll leave it up to the shippers.
But yeah, we're not together.
Yeah. But yeah, so this
was just an impromptu thing. I'm driving this man home.
Yeah.
So we were like, hey, we could record an episode in the car.
I mean,
hopefully it sounds good and you don't just hear
So, but yeah, I guess this was a quick one. I mean, you just get to see our dynamic. You get to see how we are.
We could do make a regular thing in between the episodes.
Yeah.
Like between the episodes is what we'll call it or something.
So like they get to see like the goofier side because I know we have our moments, especially with Bigger. He came up with that on the first episode. Whenever I said bigger, deeper digging troughs and such like that, and I was talking to Mr. Cole Outlaw. He just said it out of nowhere, and now it's a huge thing. So, man, this man is a goof, but I love him to death. He's like a brother. My family loves him.
Hell yeah.
So.
My family likes you too.
Oh, well.
Just don't be my grandparents.
Get back on that. Anyway.
We can't put that in. We can't put that. We're going to censor that.
Sorry.
Force of
habit. But yeah, guys, this was a short one. This is just you getting to see us. So, and again, it was kind of a spinoff from our last episode. You kind of got to see how we are away from the weather world whenever I'm trying to teach him and such like that.
Which it would probably be nice. We could maybe make another separate
we'll make a separate podcast
where we can do this.
Hey, go talk to her. I ain't talking to her.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Welcome to the Talk to a podcast. Go ahead and honk to us, spit on that like button. I just want you to know I've never seen that podcast and probably never will.
No. If you ever come to me and say, oh my God, the Talk to a podcast is so great, I'm going to look at you in your face and be like, really?
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah. Do something. Do something. But yeah, guys, thank you for again, I know I said it in the last episode, but thank you again for 100 plus plays on Spotify. I checked earlier. We're already at, we're already at 150.
Nice.
So
now all you guys got to do is just give us money, and then
no.
What? Is that not what we're doing?
This is. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the money.
But money's nice.
Money is nice, but I don't do this for the money. I do it to educate, and I do it to share my experiences.
Why am I here?
Because I pay you. I'm going to pay you.
I guess. Also, we're friends, so
Lord, have mercy. Okay, guys, bye.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye.